I'm Paul Stanley of KISS. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
I told you last night, no!
You're listening to your source for pro wrestling talk.
For those that are unaware, my name is Fuego del Sol.
Yeah, I actually used to wrestle for Ring of Honor before I signed with WWE.
You know, that name that you just named, I've never had a one-on-one match here in Impact Wrestling Games for Swan.
This is Third League.
World Women's Champion for NWA. I'm the first ever Mexican-born wrestler to hold this title.
This is the first time someone's introduced me as the Monster Hunter outside of a wrestling show.
His psychology was completely different, and it was more lucha style and Japanese style, so I got two completely different kinds of training.
This is Wrestling Radio.
Welcome in. It is another edition of Third League Radio, and this week we have got a lot of wrestling to talk about. We've got All Elite, Ring of Honor, Maple Leaf Pro, New Japan, so let's just get right into it, shall we? Let's start with Dynamite. We're going back to Dynamite. This is a Summer Blockbuster edition of Dynamite for the week we're going with, which is June 8th through the 14th, and this would take place in Cincinnati, Ohio, the Andrew J. Brady Music Center. We'll start off with a Continental title match as Shane Taylor would get a shot at Jon Moxley's Continental title, but Moxley would get the win, 13 minutes, 11 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working a lot, so I've been missing a couple shows, and I completely had forgotten how Jon Moxley was the Continental Champion, and then I was watching one of them, and I thought they said Brodito was the Tag Champions. I was like, that's not right.
We'll move on. This is something I do not agree with. Mark Briscoe will get the win over Pac in this one. This was a 3.5 star rated Wrestling Observer star rated match. But again, Pac... Well, this is a Tony's favorite thing for me. I like Mark Briscoe, but I don't like Mark Briscoe shoved down my throat. Pac should have gotten the win in this one. But the match would last a little over 12 minutes.
I don't know what they're going for there. I do know that Ospreay's winning the title, so...
We'll move right along on this one as another 3.5 star rated Wrestling Observer match. Andre El Idolo would defeat Orange Cassidy in this one. I like the booking on that one. 15 minutes, slightly over 15 minutes in that. We'll move on to the Owen Hart Foundation Women's quarterfinal match that would happen on Dynamite as Maya World would defeat Sky Blue. I like Maya World, but I don't... Okay, Sky Blue and Julia Hart, I think, have gotten the short end of the stick a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean, they had a couple poor performances, I will say that, but they seem to be focusing more on just Tekla, and like they're not even doing anything with the other two anymore.
I know, and a loss to Maya World right there. Sure, I like Maya World. I like the talent on that, but Sky Blue should have gotten that victory. Sky Blue should be on to the semifinal.
No, well, Maya World, I don't even think has won a match yet since she's came in, so she needs a win.
Well, now we move on to the main event of Dynamite. It would be the Owen Hart Foundation men's semifinal. One of them. This would turn out to be a Wrestling Observer star rated 4.25 star match as Swerve Strickland would get the win over Brody King in 15 minutes flat.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that was going to happen. We're going to get Swerve Ospreay in the final. Ospreay wins. Ospreay wins the title against MJF. Good, great story. Yep. MJF's going to be wearing the American flag, and it's going to be good.
I don't know if that's where it's going to go. We'll talk about New Japan coming up, but I think it might be leading to an All Japan or an All Elite New Japan thing with the Ospreay. But we'll all sort all that out later. Right now, that is a look at AEW Dynamite.
Third League Radio.
Well, all right, let's move over to Collision again from Cincinnati, Ohio, the Summer Blockbuster edition of Collision. Collision number 148. This was a very good rated show on Cage Match. Came away with an 8.6 rating on Cage Match. It starts off with a singles match as Kenny Omega would defeat Bad Dude Tito. Just under 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 53 seconds. We'll move on to an AEW TBS Survival of the Fittest qualifying match for the TBS title. Hikaru Shida would defeat Zeta Steel. Just under 10 minutes in this one.
Yeah, Zeta Steel, she's new, right?
I don't know if she's new, but she's being used more frequently. So the TNT title would be on the line next. Myron Reed would get a shot at the TNT title, but Kevin Knight, newest member of the Don Callis family, he would retain the title in 13 minutes, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Tag match as the Dogs and the Bucks starting their feud, continuing. Well, I don't know, because the Dogs have got something going on with Adam Cope and Cage, And they've got this building with the Young Bucks here, so they're really pushing the Dogs, but the Dogs will get the win.
They're Bullet Club. They're just taking everybody down.
Yeah, Dogs get the win, 16 minutes, 6 seconds in this one. Another qualifying match for the TBS title, Survival of the Fittest qualifying match. Persephone would defeat Julia Hart in this one. Again, Julia Hart, Sky Blue, not getting the best of deals here, but Persephone, I can understand. I can understand why Persephone got that win.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, she's great.
Yeah, she is the CMLL World Women's Champion, excuse me.
Didn't she lose that?
Oh, she might have, actually. But, yeah, she's gotten interest from a lot of promotions now that word is that her contract with CMLL is coming up. Of course, the internet says she's going to the E. I do not think so. No, I saw somebody say she would be a great fit in NXT or AAA. I said, that's like saying Jalen Brunson would be a great fit in the G League. I don't understand these people sometimes. Jake Doyle back in action. He would get the win over Speedball. 10 minutes, 8 seconds in that one.
Speedball.
Mike Bailey. And in the
I love Mike Bailey, personally. I think he should be Continental Champion or something.
Well, there's going to be a match with him and Kevin Knight for the TNT title eventually. But, or if there hasn't been already. The Cincinnati Street Fight would be the main event as the Death Riders, Claudio Garcia, Moxley, Marina Shafir, and Pac would defeat Shane Taylor Promotions, Carly Bravo, Lee Moriarty, Shane Taylor, Sean Dean, and Trish Adora. A good main event here, 24 minutes, 9 seconds. Starting a feud with, okay, if you remember back to Dynamite would start with the Continental title, Moxley and Shane Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Collision ends with Death Riders versus Shane Taylor Promotions, maybe building a new feud there.
Yeah, I think I missed the show, or no, I missed the main event at least. I did not see it.
But that is a look at Collision for this week.
Your source for pro wrestling and your place for modern rock. This is Third League. Rock and Wrestling Radio.
All right, well, let's move on to Ring of Honor, because they had Global Wars. CMLL Ring of Honor Global Wars. And, well, there was a big title change. Happened right at the start, the first match. The Ring of Honor World Television title. It was a three-way, as the champion AR Fox would be taking on Action Andretti and Leo Rush. And the new champion, Leo Rush, he would get the victory in 14 minutes, 53 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, he deserves it. That's crazy.
There was a women's tag match.
His new gimmick is crazy. There's no reason it's getting over. It didn't get over then. It's getting over now.
Yeah, it's getting over for some reason. I don't know why. But Red Velvet and Thunder Rosa would team up to defeat Lacey Lane and Viva Van in 7 minutes, 41 seconds. Micah would defeat Diamante in 6 minutes, 24 seconds after that. But a lot of these matches were taped at different times and then aired during this Global Wars show. Like that match was taped on June 11th. And then it was aired a little bit later during the actual show on the 18th. But let's see. The world title, Ring of Honor world title. La Facción Ingobernables, Sammy Guevara and the Beast Mortos would retain the title, defeating Los Villanos, El Hijo de Villano III and Villano III Jr.
Villano III Jr.
And El Hijo de Villano III.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was a 14-minute, 53-second match. The international title was on the line as Konosuke Takeshita would defend against Lee Johnson.
That's not bad. I mean, you can't really find a good opponent for Takeshita in Ring of Honor. Like, that's gonna give him a run for that, so.
So let's see. A singles match. Takumi Aroha, I believe that's how you say that, would defeat Hyan. Maya World and Hyan? How do you say Hyan? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, 9:49. Yeah, that would be the match there. An 8-man tag match would be after that as Mike Bailey, Mystico, and the Outrunners would team up to take on Roppongi Vice and the Lethal Twist, Blake Christian and Jay Lethal. But Mike Bailey, Mystico, and the Outrunners would get the win in that one, 11:46. And in the main event, the ROH women's title would be on the line. And, of course, Athena would get the win, defeating Cherie, 16 minutes, 18 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that they actually could have swapped the title there, but I don't even know what they're doing with Athena now. It's just going to be on autopilot.
That's a look at Ring of Honor CMLL Global Wars.
Talking wrestling around the world. This is Third League.
Okay, we're going to start, we're going to kind of switch up a little bit. We're going to move to Windsor, Ontario, Canada, as Maple Leaf Pro had some TV tapings for Mayhem. We're not really going to go through a lot of this because a lot of these people we don't know or we're maybe seeing for the first time. But there are some things we want to talk about. Is Evil Uno is in action against TJP, Jonathan Gresham, and Johnny TV. And Evil Uno gets the win.
Yeah.
Evil Uno would get the win in that group. I was thinking Jonathan Gresham would get the win. But Evil Uno gets the win over that one.
Someone finally letting him win.
11 minutes, 14 seconds at that one.
When's the last time he's won a match?
Yeah, right. The Maple Leaf Pro Canadian Tag Team title was on the line as first faction, Brent Banks and Sheldon John. They would defeat Subculture. That's Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews. They would get the win in that one just under 12 minutes. Now, for the Canadian title, or the PWA Champions Grail, it's the interim Canadian title, I should say. Stu Grayson, of course, would get the win in this one. He would defeat Rohan Raja in 21 minutes, 4 seconds. And another couple matches we want to look at here as Jay Lethal was in action. He would defeat Psycho Mike. PCO. I haven't seen PCO in a while since that incident with the TNA title. I haven't seen him in a while, but he would defeat Chris Chambers in a short match, 3 minutes, 37 seconds. And let's see, Billy Gunn would be in action. He would be teaming with none other than Zach Gowen. I don't know if you remember him from back in the day. They would get the win over Gamma Singh and Johnny Swinger. And the women's title would be on the line. Giselle Shaw would have defend against Danny Luna. She retains the women's title, 13 minutes, 51 seconds.
Boo.
And that is a look at the Maple Leaf Pro Mayhem TV taping.
You're listening to Third League Radio.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
All right, starting the second half of the show here, we have got to go to Japan because New Japan Dominion was held in Osaka-jo Hall on June 14th. Lot of title changes on this show. But the first match was not one of them. The World Television title was on the line. Sonata was taking on Konosuke Takeshita. Takeshita would get the win, retains the title, 8 minutes, 24 seconds.
I didn't even know Sonata was still with the company, so...
A no DQ match. Jake Lee would defeat El Phantasmo by referee's decision, 9 minutes, 40 seconds. Tag team match at New Japan Dominion, Tai Chi and Yuya Yamura would defeat the Mighty Don't Kneel, Ryohei Oiwa, and Zack Sabre Jr. That's shocking to me. 13 minutes, 15 seconds in that one.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see that one, but I saw this next one. I thought it was pretty great. Desperado and Mystico.
Yeah. El Desperado got the win in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Mystico taking the loss, 9 minutes, 33 seconds. Now, I'm going to go the next match. Every match is a title match. Every match is a title change. The Never Open Weight title is on the line as Aaron Wolf, surprisingly to me, would defeat Ren Narita. I know Never was supposed to be for newer people, for newer professional wrestlers, but I don't know. What I've seen of Aaron Wolf, I've not been impressed. I know he's got a gold medal. I know New Japan wants to make him into a star.
I mean, I saw one match of his, and it was super terrible.
Yeah, I've not been much impressed with him.
He's over with the crowd. That's it.
The tag team titles would be on the line as United Empire, Great Okan and Hanare would become the new champions, defeating the Knockout Brothers, Oscar and Yudo Ice, in 21 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's crazy. They should. Oscar and Yudo Ice shouldn't be losing right now.
Well, the global heavyweight title was on the line in a three-way match as the champion Andrade El Idolo would take on Drilla Maloney and Shota Umino, and Shota would come away as the new champion. I didn't even recognize him when I saw I'm like, hey, wait, hold on. Is that Shota? I had to look twice at that.
Yeah, people change their hair.
The junior heavyweight title was on the line.
No.
Go ahead.
Good. Are we going to talk about it? Good for him. I
was giving you the floor, and then you just kind of...
Yeah, then you go. It's not... Honestly, he doesn't even try anymore, so recently, I guess, I don't know, I haven't seen anything from him that would warrant me to give him a title.
Yeah, the same way. I mean, I had hope for Shota when he was doing that shooter angle when Mox was his teacher and he was like the master versus student kind of a thing. Yeah, but I don't know. I've seen him going through the motions. I haven't seen a lot of actual work from Shota, but hopefully with the title, that changes his mind. Like I was saying, the junior heavyweight title was on the line as Yo gets the win over Doki. He would win in 17:57.
Yeah, Yo deserves it, honestly. He's been working his ass off last few months, so yeah, good for him.
Well, I alluded to this a little bit earlier in the show, talking about AEW, talking about Will Ospreay. But there was an IWGP heavyweight title match as the champion Callum Newman would put his title on the line against Yota Tsuji, and Tsuji would come away with the victory, 24 minutes, 32 seconds. Now, I mentioned this earlier because I think this is playing to a big New Japan All Elite kind of storyline. Yota Tsuji has been very vocal about not working with All Elite Wrestling. In fact, after winning the title, he said he's boycotting Forbidden Door. He's not showing up. Will Ospreay saying, hey, that's not what champions do. You want to earn your right, go up, show up, put your title on the line, and defend it and show everyone why New Japan's the best. I think that's setting the stages for a Yota Tsuji Will Ospreay feud where either Will Ospreay takes the title from Tsuji or Tsuji beats Will Ospreay to retain the title, kind of cementing New Japan's place, at least in the mind of the Japanese fan.
Of course it is, but I think one of them is going to be a dual champion. One of them is going to end up having the titles for both, and I think it's going to be Ospreay.
This week in history.
Well, all right, time for This Week in Wrestling History. Let's see. You know, when I get to go to history, I go to history. This week, June 8th through the 14th, that's the week we're looking at. 1879 is when we're going back to. June 11th, 1879, in Boston, Massachusetts, before there was even a recognized world championship in the United States.
I'm sure you can find this video on YouTube, too.
Henry M. Duffer would defeat... Duffer. It's D-U-F-U-R. Oh. How is it Duffer? It's Duffer, right?
I thought there was an A.
I don't know. Henry somebody. He defeated James Owens to win the American Collar and Elbow title. That was before they even had a catch-as-catch-can or American Championship. It was the Collar and Elbow title, won in Boston, Massachusetts, June 11th, 1879.
Yeah, I mean, you start in that position, you keep going. If you let go without going into a hold, they have to reset you.
Yeah, let's do a headlock for 20 minutes. That'll be fun. June 18th, 2014, a little bit more closer to now. Ricochet would become the youngest winner of the New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Junior tournament. He had a win over Kushida in the final in Tokyo.
No, yeah, they'd never seen anything like Ricochet over there. When he and Will Ospreay came on at the same time, New Japan blew up. It was crazy.
And our big thing...
They couldn't go to Hiroshima because some of the old people were blowing up the whole arena, so they were like, oh no, we can't. It's traumatizing for them.
Yeah.
You didn't get the joke?
Yeah, I got it, but I don't think I'd have made the joke. The big thing for this week, June 12th, 1987. The final of a tournament was held to crown the first ever IWGP heavyweight champion. It was held in Tokyo, Japan. New Japan founder Antonio Inoki would defeat Masa Saito to win the title. His reign would last 325 days. It would be the only time he would ever hold the title. That would happen on June 12th, 1987. And that is This Week in Wrestling History.
Match of the Week.
All right, so it is time for our Match of the Week. And for, I think, the honorable mention for me, it's going to be from Ring of Honor, Global Wars, just because Leo Rush got a crazy character over. It's going to be the World Television title match, the three-way Leo Rush, AR Fox, Action Andretti.
I was going to go El Desperado and Mystico, just because, I mean, it's Mystico.
Yeah, that's from New Japan Dominion. I think my match of the week is coming from New Japan Dominion, where it's going to be Yota Tsuji defeating Callum Newman for the IWGP Heavyweight title.
That's what I was going to do.
That would be 24 minutes, 32 seconds.
Well, I had totally forgot Callum Newman even had the IWGP title.
I think Callum Newman might have got injured again in this one. I know he's been off AEW TV because of injury.
I heard something about that,
and, that's going to kind of set him back. It's like he comes back from injury and he goes full force like he did before injury, that he gets injured again. Like, that's the kind of guy Callum Newman is, though. He's always going to go all out. But yeah,
speaking of getting injured, did you see that guy from Canada break his leg?
Oh my goodness, we were watching that game. Yes, yeah, we were watching at that moment in the bar. Oh man, but yeah, from wrestling to soccer, how about it? But yeah, that is our match of the week.
And after it's all over, you say, "Oh, what a lovely tea party."
Third League. Wrestling Radio.
All right, time for upcoming shows, and I think the biggest show, AEW, CMLL, New Japan, Stardom, they joined together to present Forbidden Door from San Jose, California at the SAP Center. And check this out, the IWGP Global Heavyweight title is going to be on the line as PAC is taking on Shota Umino, and it looks like that's going to be the opening match.
PAC might actually win it there.
I think somebody who might actually win the title.
What if Shota keeps it and then they kick PAC out because he's losing so much?
I don't know. That's a good
storyline
for Death Riders.
Because you just lost to Moxley's old protege.
But someone who I think could win the title in the next match listed, Starlight Kid. She could take the women's world title from Tekla.
Yeah, Starlight Kid. See, she is such a dark horse, and if you haven't seen her, I would look her up. But she's one of those stories where she, just from hard work, she's just climbed every single level in Stardom. And, she's got this crazy gimmick that doesn't look like it would work, but it does. She's literally got like a lion mask on.
Yeah, basically like tiger mask, but...
Oh, yeah, it's a tiger, yeah. But, she just wrestles great, innovative, fast. She would get over here.
Well, in a match that really has potential to be Match of the Year candidate, Kenny Omega taking on Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah. Any match with Zack Sabre Jr. is a Match of the Year candidate, so...
Well, we got the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Finals. The women's tournament final is Mercedes Moné taking on Maya World. That should be a pretty good one. I think Mercedes Moné is going to get the win in that one.
Right.
Be a two-time champion, but Maya World getting the win is not going to surprise me.
Well, I haven't seen a lot of Mercedes Moné, so...
the men's tournament final, of course, we know...
Like recently.
...is going to be Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay.
Mm-hmm.
That one is going to be good.
I said this months ago that was going to be the final, and Ospreay is going to take the title in Wembley because that's just what they're going to do. They need to get the title on the biggest name. If it's not MJF, it's Ospreay.
Well, the Continental title is on the line. Speaking of titles, Bandito will be challenging Jon Moxley for the Continental Championship. The World Tag Team titles are on the line as the champions, Copeland and Cage, are putting their titles up against the new purveyors of 5 seconds flash photography, 5 second pose. The Dogs taking everything that basically Copeland and Christian used to do. They've been doing it. The Dogs
that promo was awkward, though, when they were doing it.
Yeah, a little bit odd, yeah. But in the main event, a steel cage match, Darby Allin, Konosuke Takeshita, and the conglomeration, Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong, are taking on the Don Callis family, Andrade, Jake Doyle, Kazuchika Okada, Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher, and MJF.
Is it Blood and Guts?
No, just a steel cage match. Just listed as a steel cage match. Maybe there'll be some stipulations added to it as the week goes on leading into the match, but right now it's just listed as a steel cage match.
Darby Allin's jumping off of it, that's all I can tell you.
But yeah, I would
the
like
only
to see,
certainty in the match is Darby Allin's jumping off of something.
I'd like to see a little more CMLL, a little more New Japan. I'm not seeing a lot of that, but I would like to see more of it. Hopefully we get some changes to that coming up here as the weeks go on. But that is a look at Forbidden Door, and that is our show this week. We'll see you next time, Third League Radio.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Third League Radio. Download the latest episodes at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. Catch the live radio show every weekend starting at 10 p.m. You can listen live every Friday night at mix961.net. This has been Third League Radio.